Hello everyone. I thought I would mention today just a couple of little tips for when you're having to be either bedbound or sofa bound, which is my current situation. And so my first one, and this massively helps, obviously like try and get comfortable, but get a duvet cover if you need covering. Get a duvet cover that is just bright and cheerful and happy. As you can see, I love daisies, so I have a lovely happy daisy one, and then I also have a sheep one because we live in a barn, so I'm kind of going with the vibe. And then obviously, like, you're not going to redecorate because that's exhausting, but make sure that you have some nice things to look at, even if you just put up some flowers, like in my bedroom, which I'll show you in a minute. It's a mess, but the space that I can look at is nice. I'm just going to flip the camera so you can see what I look at, like the four walls thing. I don't know how to flip the camera, so I will do that as a separate thing. Here we go. So this is my view. So I've got some bunting with a Bible verse on it. I've got my lovely big clock, and I've got wonderful messages of comfort with God, all things are possible. I've got my light trees, which we have in the evening. And that is my setup. I also have this lovely big painting, because we live in a barn that used to be a milking shed. I painted this to sort of make it look like we've got a cow sticking her head through the window. And that's like look, I'm here. So it's right there. So I get to look at her all day, which is lovely. Okay, I'm standing up now to show you the setup that I have actually on the sofa. I have something called, which I call elephant legs, which I will try and do a link to. But basically, it's a really large pregnancy pillow, and it just holds me and puts me in the right position, which is great. And then I have, from the same company, which is called the Buyer, I have this leg cushion thing, because I'm finding that having my legs in sort of that position is best for me. And then I have all my necessary stuff. So I've got my water, my tissues, my Bible, the phone, and everything nearby. So I'm not having to either get up to get things, or worse, go, Neil, if he's working at home, and get him to get stuff for me, because I really hate being a burden to anybody. And so I try and be as self-sufficient as possible. Right, I'm coming for my rest now, so it's a good time. So my situation is, look, I've got another thing of elephant legs, because I got two, because I couldn't be doing with like hauling them through each time, because I go for a rest twice a day because my body demands it, which is rude. But anyway, I have my heat blanket on because I've had a massive endometriosis flare up, as you will know if you've been watching my channel. And it's horrendous, and I feel like I'm in labour. So I have my heat blanket at like the maximum it can be, which is basically makes you feel like you're in a hot bath, which, in summer isn't great, but it's necessary. So there we go. I have the iPad on charge, which is great, just so that I can, what I do, so that I'm not sort of watching things and getting all knackered that way, is I will listen to something, and I'll often listen to something like Dad's Army, or something that's sort of just gentle and miscellaneous, and it doesn't matter if I fall asleep. Basically, it's not like, oh, what's going to happen next kind of thing. And then I'll show you what my view is, because I do think that's important, particularly when you're stuck in the room for like months at a time. Having a nice space to look at is key. So here's my ceiling. I love wood and beams, so that is a very happy ceiling for me. But then we go down, look, and I've put some pretty flowers and things on the beam, which is nice. And we've got a light tree and some nice pictures on the walls. Another message about the Lord to remind me how faithful he is. And it's just happy and nice. There we go. So there we go. And also I have a little bin, tissues, extra blankets, and like my bedside table, which has basically got all my medication on, and my water. As you will know from my channel, water's a big deal for me. And that's me done. I'm exhausted now. And it's really painful holding the camera up like this. In other words, I look like this. Hello everybody, which isn't ideal. So there we go. I hope that has helped you think a little bit more, because it's that thing of when we're first ill, we're just like, I just don't care. But actually, when it's a long-term illness, you just think, come on, it's the four walls that I've got to look at. I may as well make them look nice so that I'm a little bit happier. Anyway, lots of love, and I will see you later. I'm going for a rest now. Goodbye.